Hey everybody, welcome to our YouTube channel. My name is Glenn Tompkins, Senior Instructor here at VectorVest, and today I've got part 2 of a video that I started earlier this week. And I had some expectations of the first video. I didn't hit those expectations, but Joey, my producer, said, Glenn, you got to do the video. So this is cybersecurity stocks, part 2. And if you want to catch the first video, if you haven't already, look down in the description below. You will see a link to that video. So why is this so important? Given what's going on between Russia and Ukraine and sanctions against Russia, at some point in time, Russia is going to get into a point where they're going to pull out all the stops and try to do whatever they can. And they've already done some cyber hacking into Ukraine. These are companies that are best suited to protect against that. So today I've got 4 more stocks for you to take a look at. And then I've got 2 bonuses. I've got a couple of AI stocks that I want you to take a look at. And I've got 3 ETFs that I want you to look at as well. Folks, it's all about you. So if you want to know what the new stocks are, the next 4 stocks, you sit right there. Hey everybody, Glenn Tompkins, Senior Instructor here at VectorVest. Always love bringing these videos to your attention. That's what it's all about, right? It's all about a channel where we do the work, you reap the reward. So with that, 4 more stocks in regards to protecting yourselves against, or protecting anybody against cyber warfare. And it looks like that's going to start to creep up as what we see what's going on between Russia and Ukraine. First off, if you're brand new to the channel, folks, I invite you to hit the subscribe button, support the channel so we can continue to bring out content like we do for you every single day. If you haven't already, or if you like the content that you see in here, don't forget to hit the like button, hit the bell icon so you'll be alerted to when new content like this comes out. And you know something? We're not sponsored by anybody, and we don't live off of super chats. But one thing I can try to do for you, if you like the analysis that we do on the stocks here, you can take advantage of this system. 99 cents for 30 days. We have a bevy of different subscription levels, starting out as low as, I believe, $5 a month. So something for you to keep in mind as well. So let's get into my next 4 stocks. And we're going to start off with NASDAQ CHKP, which is Checkpoint Security Softwares or Software Technologies. And this is a good stock I like as well. And I like the idea with these 4 stories. I'm going to show you how many hedge funds hold them because I think that's important. Hedge funds will, or smart money, will push a stock's price higher. Checkpoint Securities is an American-Israeli software company that provides software and hardware products for IT security. Checkpoint Security provide services on the cloud. And we know that more and more services are moving into the cloud. Cloud, network, mobile. Of course, mobile is important. Data security. It's got over 100,000 enterprise customers. That's a lot of folks, all right? Now, these stories that I've been showing you in the last video and this video were written in 2021. The reason why I'm talking about them now is because of what's going on with the situation with the war between Russia and Ukraine and the possible increase of cyber warfare. 2021, Checkpoint Software Technologies had a net income of $211 million, which was up from $206, so a $5 million increase during the same period of the previous year. Earnings per share, which is the engine that drives the stock's price higher, grew by 9% year over year at $1.54, beating the consensus by 4 cents. So that's growth in income, in earnings, and that's important. Revenue stood at $508 million compared to $486 million the prior year. They are growing, presenting a 4% growth. Security subscriptions accounted for $177 million of the gross revenue. Recently, the company announced integration with Alibaba in order to extend Checkpoint Software Technologies. So they're getting on with other companies to grow their presence. In May, that was last year, Cowen initiated coverage of CHKP stock with an outperform rating at $104 price target. All right. The number of hedge funds has moved from 26 to 31, so it grew by 5, but more and more people are jumping on board. Let's go to the next stock, which is CloudNet. All right, Cloudflare, ticker symbol NET. 45 fund holders on this, all right? It's an American website security company that specializes in content delivery and internet security. Content delivery. Net ranks 6 on a list of articles that I was looking at to buy now. The operations include transference of data from central servers to servers close to the end user. I'm making sure that it's secure. The company's operations support nearly all industries, including gaming, e-commerce, technology, entertainment, as well as local and state level governments. Interesting, because not only is this a cybersecurity stock, but this could be very important when it comes down to the metaverse as well. So this could be twofold. The first quarter revenue of Net presented a 51% year-over-year growth at $138 million, beating the market consensus by $7 million over that same period. 4 million customers in the first quarter. 41% of the company's revenue was generated from outside the United States, which means that these are people outside of the United States looking for protection of their infrastructure. All right. 10B, which is Tenable Holdings, and it's an American-based cybersecurity company providing software that deals with entire infrastructure security risk. So this is an all-inclusive type of stock. The company's products allow customers to identify and prioritize vulnerabilities. Recently, we got hit with ransomware and it sucked. All right. So when I talk about cybersecurity, I ain't just whistling Dixie. This is the kind of stuff, or these are the kinds of stocks that are going to be needed if cyber warfare is going to be on the rise or start to increase. So that's why I think it's important to bring these kinds of videos to you. In the article that I was looking at, it was 11th on the list of best cyber stocks to buy now. And again, back in 2021, it had over 30,000 enterprise customers. In the first quarter of 2021, it reported a net income of 14.7 compared to 8 million the prior period. $6 million increase. The earnings per share also beat the market consensus by 7, which is now at 13 cents. The consolidated revenue presented 20% year-over-year growth at 119 million. So the reason why these companies are being brought to you by me is because these companies are showing growth, not just a little growth, but a lot of growth. They're growing their companies. They're reinvesting into their companies to make their companies stronger. They're buying up other companies to get a better or a stronger fingerprint or footprint out there in the world for their ability to help other people, other countries, other systems protect themselves against cyber war. And the last one I have here is VRNS, Varonis Systems. Varonis Systems is a data security company, and it deals with an industry-leading platform. So it tells me that it's an industry leader that protects the data against external and internal damages. Varonis Systems was founded in 2005, has 7,000 enterprise customers. First quarter of 2021 generated over 74 million in revenue, up from 54 million. What is that? 20 million more. That's a big jump. Presenting a 38% year-over-year growth. Earnings per share was negative, but it beat the consensus by 5 cents. So people were already looking at it to lose money, but they lost less money, which is a positive thing. The revenues were strongly driven by the subscription segment, which grew 120%. People are jumping on board. If this is a subscription-based company, a growth of 100%, 120% year over year is huge. In quarter two, the company expects revenue between 82 and 84 million. Varonis quarterly results have been appreciated by analysts, especially their subscription model. Recently, another company, Cowen, initiated its coverage on VRNS as an outperform. Piper Sandler also raised its price target on Varonis to $70 with an overweight. So now, these are companies that have big potential. So the video is all about cybersecurity stocks to buy now. I'm going to tell you that on some of these stocks, you want to time the entries, but some of them are probably really good to get into as of right now. So here's the first bonus. First bonus is cybersecurity ETFs. You know me, in case you don't want to try to hone in on one specific stock, I like the diversification of the exchange traded funds, or ETFs. I've got 3 of them here for you. CEA Cybersecurity, ticker symbol CIBR, is the largest of its kind. The ETF is composed of 36 stocks in the cybersecurity industry. Thus the reason why I like it for diversification. Also notable in this sector, ETF MG Prime Cyber is Hack, holding 63 stocks. So I've got one ETF holding 36, one holding 63. It gives you a great way of diversifying. The fund manages $2.5 billion of assets and has an expense ratio of 0.6%. And a new one coming to this space is Bug, launched at the end of 2019. It manages $950 million of assets and an expense ratio of 0.5. The Global X Cybersecurity ETF is also more concentrated with only 31 stocks. So a great way to take advantage of the space of cyber war are ETFs, and I've given you 3 ETFs to take a look at. All right, let's get into the stocks that I have for you, and here's going to be my other bonus. I've got another bonus. I've got 2 AI stocks that I've really liked for the longest time, and I believe that AI can play an extremely important role when it comes down to cybersecurity. But let's go take a look at the 4 stocks that I just mentioned. All right, there they are in my list, sorted by VST. Checkpoint is at the top, followed by Tenable, then Varonis, and Cloudflare is toward the bottom, and it's a sell recommendation. What I do like about these companies is that they do have positive earnings growth. Only one out of all 4 that I talked about has negative earnings, but they are growing it at a clip of 28% a year, which means that that shouldn't stay in the negative for too much longer. But look at this, 33% earnings growth on Varonis, 30% on Tenable, and Checkpoint, which I like the most, it's only got an earnings growth rate of 8%, but still positive nonetheless. Let's right-click, view the stock graphs. Let's pull those up, put them on a 6-month graph. Wow, Checkpoint looks good. I wonder if I can make this happen. Checkpoint looks good. There it is. Checkpoint looks good. Bottom left, top right, moving up out of the space of stocks that I'm looking at in this cyber warfare. Checkpoint I like the most. A down day yesterday, but the stock has been kicking butt, taking names on good volume. Earnings looks good. RT is above 1. I really like this one as a way to buy now. Just make sure that it's rising higher on the day that you buy it, or if you want more confirmation, let it take out the new 6-month high. Now, the other ones, Tenable is a lot more volatile. Now, if volatility is not your thing, then you don't buy this one. All right, it's down for the last 2 days. Earnings per share is still higher than it was 6 months ago, pulling back a little bit. RT is still above 1. Stock is technically in an uptrend, but reaching this level of resistance of 56.87, having a hard time breaking above and staying above. So I can look at the graph. I know that this is more of an aggressive, more volatile play. Next one. Wow, VRNS. Now, the news shows that it's a company that's growing. This is one that I'd say wait for the stock to come to you. I'd like to see the stock go above the 20-day exponential moving average and stay above there and actually break above this level of resistance of 46.12. Earnings per share is starting to fall off, but still higher than it was 6 months ago. RT was above 1, got a hold, went back below 1. Be careful on this one, but because it's in a space that could explode, you got to keep this on your radar. The next one is Net, same kind of scenario. Had a hard time getting above this level of resistance of 123.13. Earnings per share is still higher than it was 3 months ago. This one's got a negative earnings, and it went positive for a little bit before it went back down. RT is below 1, but again, because of the space that it's in, this is a stock that you keep your eyes on. All right, let's close this out. Now, let's go take a look at my other bonus I'm giving to you. Palantir and AI, 2 really, I can't call them really good because they're not really good. They're still speculative plays. But this space is bound to explode because more and more companies are going to need this kind of technology. Palantir has gotten more and more contracts from within our United States and outside of the United States time and time again, but they're taking a lot of that money and reinvesting it in the company, so it's affecting the bottom line. But AI stocks are stocks that you got to keep your eyes on. So I've got two of them here. Let's go look at their graphs. All right, put them on the 6-month graph. Again, I know that looks like, wow, you're looking at me going, why the heck are you talking to me about it? I think Palantir is still yet to come into its own. Earnings per share is higher than it was 3 months ago. Remember, they are putting their money back into their platform. I'd look for the stock to break above that 20-day exponential moving average and RT to go above 1. AI, same kind of stock in the same space. I still think Palantir is a better play. Look at its earnings per share is falling. RT is falling. But again, I'm thinking that in the space of what we're looking at, these are two stocks that could possibly take off and take off well. Time to trades. All right, so now my other thing that I was going to look at, where is it? I've got them here. Defense stocks, cybersecurity, CYBERWAR. Where did I put those stocks for me to take a look at? Cybersecurity stocks, I've got about 50 stocks altogether for me to take a look at. Oh man, 61 now, 61 of them. But there's my CYBERWAR. Hold on, let me see. I don't know where I put those ETFs. Let's go put them here then. Let's go back to my watch list here. And let's go find out what they were. They were Cyber, CYBERWAR, they were Hack, and they were Bug. All right, those are my 3 ETFs for you. Good thing. They're not hard to remember, right? Look at where Bug sits, look at where Cyber sits, and look at where Hack sits. So all of these, they're all hold recommendations, but they look a little bit better than a couple of the other stocks. Let's go look at the graphs of these. Again, these are ETFs to keep your eyes on. All right, nice move on Bug, bouncing off. And again, I'm thinking that these will move a little bit more as diversified instruments. Bug still currently above the 20-day. Look at that volume. Look at that volume. There's a lot of interest in that. It's pulling back. I'd like to see it stay above that 20-day. I look at CYBER, same kind of scenario. Once the war kicked off, these ETFs really kicked into gear. They're pulling back a little bit. I'd like for them to stay above. I'd like to see it break above this level of resistance as well. And my last one is Hack. All 3 are above the 20-day exponential moving average. They're pulling back again. Don't be afraid to time the trades. But my job is to at least point these out to you, and that's what it's all about. So folks, if you like the video, you feel it was worth your time, don't forget to hit the like button. If you're brand new to the channel and you haven't done it already, hit the subscribe button. But folks, this is what it's all about. This is what it's all about. Us being able to effectively help you in what you do and help you to make money. Folks, this video is over. And until the next time, see ya.